happen to be floating by.
Yeah, that's
oh, what an amazing story.
I know. Such great news this morning. You don't necessarily expect that, and especially with so many of them that are still alive, more than 100. Wow. I think there's 114, so great story.
Well, your experience with weather forecasting, what about this storm? Is this a kind of atypical, or is this something that we don't see that often?
Well, this is a strong storm. We see storms that are stronger than this, but I've been forecasting for over 30 years here in the Salt Lake Valley, and I like what I see in this storm as far as how powerful it is and how much of an impact it's going to have on our viewers out there, especially late this afternoon and for tonight and tomorrow morning's commute. So let's get to some of the details. I'll give you some of the snow totals. Here's Live 5 Viper. We've had some light rain and, yes, some snow moving through. The snow levels this morning have hovered around 5,500 feet. So we are seeing the snow in areas like Park City and the upper parts of the Ogden Valley. But as you look a little bit closer here, we're just seeing some very light showers around Park City. They're light snow showers. The Salt Lake Valley had one or two little sprinkles go by, and now we're seeing those showers up by Ogden. These are light to moderate rain showers, enough to wet the ground down to cause a problem. So if you are traveling, you'll want to slow down just a little bit up towards Brigham City, Tremont, Plymouth, and those areas as well. Temperatures around the state this morning look like this. We are in the 40s. In fact, we will have the high temperature for the day this morning before the cold front moves by. Now, there's a pretty good temperature difference between Salt Lake City and Elko, and the front is right about around Elko. And typically, I time the front for about 6 to 7 hours from the time it reaches Elko to Salt Lake City. So if you time, say, 6 hours, that's going to be about 11:45 a.m. to about 12:15 p.m. So right around the noon hour, that's when the front will come through, and you will know when it goes by because there will be strong, gusty, shifting winds and rain, thunder, sleet, and it will turn over to snow. And that means the afternoon commute may be a little bit suspect as far as coming home from work rather than going to work, which may be a little bit easier to handle. There's the main core of the cold air. This is the main upper low. I've seen bigger storms in my years of forecasting, but this one right here in the month of April with the warm waters of the Great Salt Lake, it doesn't take a lot of cold air to move over the warmer waters of the Great Salt Lake to get that lake going. And the angle of trajectory will be from the west to the northwest. That means Davis County and Salt Lake counties will be vulnerable in the morning hours to get extra snowfall. Probably more so than many places. Let me show you some of the totals for today and tomorrow. The Wasatch Benches, 5 to 12 inches. Heaviest amounts, Davis, Salt Lake County. Wasatch Valley's averaging 2 to 6 inches. The Wasatch Mountains, 20 to 36 inches of snow. The Central Mountains, also the Wasatch Plateau and the Tavaputs, 12 to 24 inches. The Wasatch Mountain Valley, 6 to 18 inches. Cache Valley, 4 to 8 inches. And the Southern Mountains, 12 to 24 inches of snow from this storm. So picking up in intensity in the eastern side of the state. Your high temperatures will be in the morning, and the low temperatures will be in the afternoon. And for St. George, showers today, but look at the nice warm up to the 70s later in the week. It looks pretty good. And for the Wasatch Front, periods of rain showers and thunderstorms turning over to snow this afternoon. Temperatures dropping quickly. Here's the 7-day forecast. Best chance for snow tonight and tomorrow morning. It's going to be a morning commute. This is going to be a bit of a slicks and slide for the morning, but then by the end of the week, we're into the upper 50s and into the low 60s. And that's a look at your weather forecast. Now you are prepared, and you won't have as much problem with traveling because